Hey, what's up you guys, Ryan here, and yes, I'm not doing my crazy intro. No spoilers in this review, at all. First, I'm going to talk about my Batman past. I have loved Batman since I was a young boy. A little over 5.5 years old. I wore a costume of Batman, look at here. Hope you guys can see it. I loved Batman and I thought he was awesome because I loved superheroes when I was young. I still love superheroes now, which is crazy. I don't remember liking Batman after that. I still loved Batman, but I think it was during the Spider-Man age. Like 2002, I loved Spider-Man. Once Batman Begins came out, I saw this in the theaters with my mom, 2005, and I loved it. I actually saw this 2 weeks ago, actually on the July 10th, I think, or July 8th, to refresh my mind. And I saw it again, like 2 days before I saw The Dark Knight Rises on Wednesday, July 18th. I really liked it. Then my Batman kind of got back. And then The Dark Knight came out. It was by far one of the most anticipated movies of my life. I was obsessed with waiting for this movie. Opening weekend, the third day it came out, which killed me. Halfway in the movie, I already knew it was going to be the best movie in my life. Like, when I was halfway, I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time. This is the best movie ever. And then I saw it again, of course, and then I loved it. I also had the Batman calendar 2009. I saw this movie about several times when I got on DVD. Great movie. I don't love it as much when I first saw it, but I still think it's a great film. Probably my favorite superhero movie of all time. I was excited to see The Dark Knight Rises, obviously because I love The Dark Knight. I saw it opening day, right here. I didn't really hype myself up for this movie. Yes, I was excited to see this movie. I was going crazy over it. I set my expectations modest and medium. All the trailers, I watched all of them of course, but I avoided all the TV spots. I didn't know a single spoiler. Eventually when I watched it, in the end of when the movie ended, I said, I really liked it. First half was good. I was liking it, and I was like liking the movie. The second half, I was liking the movie much more. I was really liking it. And then during the action climax, there was one point, like 5 minutes, when I was thinking this was the best movie I've seen in my life, the best movie experience I've seen in my life. I was getting goosebumps. My seat was really uncomfortable. My screen was massive and the sound was great. And there was no talking any of that, but my shirt was so uncomfortable. My Batman shirt, because it was like kind of hard to sit with. And I had to lean to the left and put my neck down, which kind of hurt my neck. I felt very uncomfortable during the whole movie. The whole movie I was doing this. When it comes to me watching like movies, especially superhero movies, I first like watched the movie first and I grasped everything, I digest everything. After I got home, I thought about it and I decided not to review it. And then I saw it again yesterday, Dark Knight Rises in IMAX, 3 p.m. And guess what? I liked it more. There were some parts and bits and small scenes and lines that I didn't get the first time. Then when I watched it again, I understood more lines, I understood some more foreshadowing, I understood some more scenes. Since I saw it in IMAX, it was a totally different experience. My first Hollywood movie in IMAX. I do have some problems with the IMAX, like the first half hour sometimes it was a little dirty. It's not more $14, but it was a good experience. The thing is that I don't think that really mattered because I liked the movie itself more the second time. My seat was more comfortable. I felt so much better. I'm not going to explain the story, you already know pretty much. All I'm going to say is 8 years after Dark Knight, Batman, Bruce Wayne is kind of in a downhill. That he has to come back because Bane is back. That's all I'm going to say. Christian Bale was great as Batman when I first saw it. Second time I still thought the same. What I love about Christian Bale is that he becomes the character. He could change from being Dickie Ward, and then he could become Rescue Dawn, and then he could become Bruce Wayne. I feel this is the best Batman performance and the best Batman ever. I felt for Batman the whole time in Bruce Wayne. I knew his character. I knew where he came from. He had some character arcs that changed his character. When he had his Batman costume, what I saw in that costume was Bruce Wayne. The other movies, the last two movies, I didn't see Bruce Wayne in the costume. All I saw was Batman. I hope he gets an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Tom Hardy, great. Bane's backstory, I thought it worked well with the story. The way his character was told, I loved it. I liked it. I didn't love it. His performance was heavily relying on voice. I liked his voice. It was hard to get used to first, but I like it now. His eyes were very powerful. Like when he was fighting, he looked very menacing. I think the Joker's performance, Heath Ledger's of course, was better, but I liked Bane's character a lot more. I liked his, not a lot more, but I liked his character more. Anne Hathaway was really good. I loved her since Princess Diaries. I watched Princess Diaries a lot, and then seeing her from like Brokeback Mountain, Alice in Wonderland. I haven't seen Rachel getting married, but her career has gone so long, and now she is in a Christopher Nolan movie. Very strong female character, and she was good in her scenes. Sometimes her character wasn't really much in the movie, but when she was on screen, she performed well. She was very seductive, very sexy. She is hot. When she was in the spandex, OMG. genius. Morgan Freeman was really good. I don't think great, but he was really good. Michael Caine was great. He wasn't really much in the movie, but I thought he was great. Every single scene he was in, he nailed every single line. There was like one particular scene which I loved. I loved so much, and it worked so well with him and Christian Bale talking. Gary Oldman was great. I love how he's like a British actor, but he could change his range. I love Commissioner Gordon's character. He's probably one of my favorite characters in the Batman trilogy. Sometimes I wanted him to be more in the movie, but I thought he did a great job. Marion Cotillard was really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, yeah, he was great. Might be his best performance ever besides 500 Days of Summer. He's a good character. I really liked him. He was relevant in the story. I really like Christopher Nolan, but I don't think he's like a god. I have Inception on Blu-ray, which I think is a great movie. Dark Knight's great. Batman Begins is really good. Memento is great. I've only seen parts of The Prestige. I haven't seen Insomnia or Following. I think he's a really good filmmaker, and I think he directed this movie really well. In The Dark Knight Rises, of course, there were some action scenes, but he only had action scenes that were needed in the story, and there wasn't a lot of action in this movie, surprisingly. I liked how there was a lot of characters, and all the characters felt relevant in the story. He directs the action very well. He has a very good vision. The music score, by far, the best of the trilogy by Hans Zimmer. There's some parts that were so climactic and so like epic and awesome, and then when he has the music score, it blends so beautifully. I do have a small problem. Sometimes the music is not needed in this scene, but it's used in the scene. I don't think it was needed, but other than that, he did a great job. Hopefully he gets an Oscar nomination. One of the best scores of the year. All the dialogue was well written. I liked the dialogue, and everything felt real, and there were some epic lines in this movie, even if there's like one-liners. They were awesome. There was one part when I was like, yeah, that is Batman for you. It has a good story. The way they have some events happening with the plot twists, it works well with the movie. It never felt rushed. The plot twists were great. The way he executes those plot twists, it has some ties and connections to Batman Begins, and it works really well in The Dark Knight Rises, sometimes masterfully. Really well shot. Wally Pefser, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. He's worked with him since Memento. He's worked with Christopher Nolan for a long time, so he knows his specific vision, and then the way he directs action, the cinematography, it's gorgeous because there's no shaky cam. It looks so good, and especially with the IMAX, I think it's a well-edited movie. Sometimes like the action's edited really well. It's a pretty quick movie. It's a quick movie. It went by really quick, but sometimes I felt the way the movie was edited, like when it goes character to character and then transitions to different scenes, I thought it sometimes lacked the momentum of me like getting to every scene. Sometimes I was like liking the movie, sometimes I was loving the movie, sometimes I was really liking it. So the way consistency, the editing, I thought could have been a lot better. I love the action in this movie, and the thing is that there isn't a lot of action. If you've seen the trailer with the Nightwing or whatever it's called, the bat, I'm not sure what it's called, but the thing that flies, when that is in the movie, it is awesome. First time I saw it, it was so unexpected. I was like, my jaw was like, and I was like doing this the whole time. Also at the same time with, if you've seen the trailer, like with Catwoman with the bat pod, oh my god, I was like, oh! I was like getting a freaking orgasm. It's really cool because like it's mostly practical effects. Like they really did that during the movie. Of course there's CGI, but it doesn't look as if it's CGI. I want to talk about the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything. The first time I saw it, I expected the Pacific ending because all the hype was buzzing about Pacific ending, and then apparently there would be like 2 plot twists or like 2 twists. I didn't read any spoilers, but I assumed that would be in the ending, but it didn't happen. I thought the movie would keep on playing 30 more minutes because I knew that, oh, that ending hasn't happened yet. When the ending actually happened, twists that happened were insane, and I was like, whoa. When I watched it, I felt overwhelmed and confused. I was like, is that the ending? I was like, oh, it's ending now. It has the epic music score. And I was like, are you, whoa, it's ending already? After the movie ended, everyone clapped and I was like doing this. 5 seconds later, I talked to my friends about the ending and I felt overwhelmed. I saw it again and again on YouTube. I saw it again. It ended the story well. Nolan's direction of the ending, the way he approached that, I just expected a different kind of ending. But I still like the ending. A little disappointing. Something else to say about this movie. It's great movie. It's a good conclusion. So yeah, it's a great movie. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Probably gonna see it like 1 or 2 more times in theaters, like regular theaters. I'm not gonna see it in IMAX again. I felt The Dark Knight Rises more. The Dark Knight had a better tone. I thought the story was more interesting. The tone worked more. It was more. I had the more epic feel. But yeah, The Dark Knight Rises is satisfying. So yeah, see you guys later. Dark Knight Rises, great movie. See you guys later.